beautiful.
I knew more about drugs than anybody I knew.
Funny.
I truly tried to destroy myself.
Talented.
I thought I could handle it.
Rich.
Never derived much happiness from money.
At the height of their careers, they crashed and burned.
You're looking at fame gone wrong.
We just spent everything as fast as it was coming in.
When fame and fortune brings too much too soon.
The stories are legendary.
Right, the case history, right.
On the next Geraldo.
Monday morning at 9 on FSB 3.
My thoughts went to my children. I remember crying, what will happen to my babies? Who will raise them?
Imagine being told you were dying.
She went on to explain that I should go out, get things set, make a will.
And then later, your doctor says his diagnosis was wrong.
Their response was just a very harsh and crude, hey, just be happy you're not dead.
Patients who got the wrong diagnosis on the next Oprah Winfrey Show.
Join Oprah Monday at 4 on FSB 3.
And welcome back once again to New England Sunday. Joining us to share some broccoli-free, low-cholesterol Sunday brunch ideas is Chef Bob Sulik from the Connecticut Culinary Institute. Welcome back.
Good. You almost got that out.
Almost
Low cholesterol broccoli.
Low cholesterol broccoli. Obviously, breakfast is the meal that a lot of people are concerned about, but where they're ingesting higher levels of cholesterol. You're here to tell us it doesn't have to be that way.
Well, I don't think it has to be. You don't have to go crazy, and I think you still have to have a little bit of fun with it. Now, we're not putting forth a menu here that's completely free of cholesterol.
Sure.
We are using some egg substitutes, which work very well. Most of the time, those products are merely a lot of the egg whites with a little bit of food coloring added to them. They work fine. We've got a lot of recipes here that we did that use those. But to get started here, if we could get some salmon going, we're going to saute some salmon and make a little stir fry. Now, the good thing about this dish, I hope we don't set ourselves on fire here today.
Good idea.
And we're going to start off with a little bit of canola oil. Now, no vegetable oil has any cholesterol in it. Saturated fats, of course, can be higher or lower depending on what oil it is that you use. And also, it's very important if you're a calorie counter. They all have different calorie levels, so you're not getting rid of calories, but you are controlling your fat intake a little bit. So let's start off. We've heated this up a little, and we're going to start off with some leeks. Now, this dish is going to be good in the end because instead of having a lot of fish, or if you decide to put meat in it, you're going to have just a lot of vegetables, which will be great for you. Lots of bright colors and lots of flavor. You know what this is sort of like? It's sort of like having an omelet without the egg.
Without the egg.
So you can put mushrooms in there, and we're going to put carrots and roasted peppers and
we're going to have
pea
the
pods.
fillings is what we're going to have.
Yeah, so that's nice. And if you want to put a piece of low cholesterol or low-fat cheese on it to top it, that's fine, too. So there's a lot of things that you can do with it.
Yeah, and it's a good brunch idea, too. I mean, people don't normally think of this as a brunch food, but it's really good.
Good way to start using vegetables you might never have tried before. We've got leeks in here, which a lot of people don't know how to use. So we've got a lot of different things here. I think breakfast or brunch is always good for a bottle of champagne. And
you're certainly right.
You know what champagne is nice for is you can mix it with a lot of different juices. You can mix it with orange juice. You can mix it with cranberry juice. And it has a nice festive atmosphere. And in this period of the year where we're going into a lot of brunch giving and a lot of holiday, and it's not really a holiday, but good reason to have people over in the morning.
And even if you don't want to mix it with juice, it's good.
Good just by itself.
Right.
So everybody has kids. Most of us have a few that are hanging around the house, and they've got to have something that's good for them. And you've noticed that in a lot of publications now they're talking about as soon as your child decides to start eating regular table food, to try to control a little bit of the fat intakes and the cholesterol. So we've got some pancakes, silver dollar pancakes. Kids love those. They can pick them up without forks or anything. And we're going to use a little bit of margarine with them. And, of course, we're going to have a little Connecticut maple syrup.
There you go.
I like to use the natural syrup that we grow here in Connecticut. It's one of the few food products that are really native to us here in New England. I think we've got lobsters and we've got maple syrup, two great items that are really indigenous only to this part of the country.
And you've made these small because...
maybe you eat a few less.
Maybe you eat a few less if they're smaller.
Sure.
Good idea.
So let's put a few carrots in here now.
We're cooking away. We've already got the leeks.
Yeah, we cut these up nice and thin, too, so they've got they're going to cook very quickly. Right. So over here we've got a vegetable jardiniere. Now that's a nice sort of a relish that goes well with breakfast. Now if you're going to have you know, any of the meat products and ham and bacon and stuff like that. That would go well with that. But at the same time, because it's so gutsy and it's got so much body to it, it's also going to go well with the other dishes that we have here. And it's something that's going to add a real robust flavor. And all that is onions and peppers cooked down with a couple of whole tomatoes, and then a little tomato paste added to it, and then we just let that cook for a long time so it's nice and soft.
Nice addition, I think, to a breakfast-type meal.
It adds a lot of flavor to it. So let's see, what do we got in the front here?
We got leeks and...
We got leeks and carrots cooking away. They're getting nice and soft. We don't want them to get too soft, just enough so that they lose their real crunchiness and just are nice and fresh. Now in front here, we've got some tartlets. Now the traditional, one of the traditional breakfast dishes you see here in this country is the quiche. And this is like that. We've got little tartlet shells. Again, I think you're getting a very rich dish, but again, your portion is cut down dramatically with just a little individual one. And what we've used in there, again, is an egg substitute, and we've used a low-fat cheese. But first we sauteed off a few onions and a little bit of wild mushrooms, and then we made our little custard with the egg substitute and a little bit of low-fat milk.